Hey guys, I've done a redesign of a 3D printed stop block, digital stop block for a drop saw. Now the original design, which I'll put a link to in the description and a link of my 3D printed model as well, did not have a micro adjuster or a way of holding it down, like clamping it down in place. I know that the original designer is doing a modified version for himself and for others as well, but I've done my own, and I thought I would share that if other people liked my design and were interested in using my design as well, but I'm sure his is going to be fantastic. And I'll just show you how it works and the changes that I've made. I'll do it here. So this particular model here has this micro adjuster here, and we've got an 8mm threaded rod that goes through there, and that 8mm threaded rod goes into a bearing on the side. So this bearing is a standard Bunnings 22mm by 7mm with an 8mm internal diameter. And then the 8mm threaded rod goes through there, and a couple of bolts hold it in place, one on the inside and one on the outside. And as you twist this, it twists the bearing there, and that pushes in and out against this stop block. So what you do is you put the stop block down here. Put this in place, there you go. Lock it in place there. And once you lock this side in, you can then micro adjust that back and forth, and then lock this side in to hold it in place. These pieces here, I just found an 8mm knob online and just printed a couple of those out. So that's not part of my design, but you can find them anywhere. And then so you've got the T-track nuts under here, and both of these sides lock into that. Then underneath here, I've got a couple of holes here. I think they're M6, and these screws are just here to hold it in place while the glue sets, and they're perfectly in alignment with this here. This one here, the bearing is slightly offset, obviously, so I can get the two holes there lined up. Now underneath, on the back of this one as well, I opened up the cavity because the other one I couldn't get to the batteries, and he can slip his in and out, but the model I got for the digital interface, it wouldn't come out. So I just opened the back up so I could access the batteries, and then I made a cavity on the side here so you can put the cabling, the access cabling in there. Now on this side here, I've put a couple of bolts that go through there, either side of this clamp down piece, and that clamps in your magnetic piece for the digital measuring. And then this will receive what will take T-track. The size of this is to take T-track, but I just cut a piece of wood and put it in there, and then I pushed it all the way up to the end, and then just chopped it off. So it's exactly, once you slip it right up to the end, that's the exact measurement you can get. You can also print off this as part of it as well, and this will slip over there, and then you can cut it to that and then just screw that in as well. I've threaded these in there as well, so you can chuck some threaded rods in there, or you can just chuck it all the way through and screw on the top, whatever tickles your fancy. This particular piece here, which is the main block with the main clamp down hole, it has a little notch in here, so that allows you to put in your measuring piece and then run the cabling all the way through here. So before you glue the top piece on here, you must run that cable through, because you cannot run it afterwards. So if you fail to run the cable through and then put that measuring magnetic piece on here, or the piece that measures against the magnetic strip, you just won't get it in afterwards. And there's the hole there to receive the bearing. So that's my redesign of the digital stop block. It works fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. Very accurate. When I designed the micro adjuster, I thought, oh, I'll use it every now and again. But the ease of it is that I can just go around about 60, it's like 61 or something like that. Lock it down, dial it in quickly, and then just clamp it down, rather than sitting here finicking back and forth to try to exactly get 60 or whatever measurement that I need. So I've found that extremely handy, much more so than I originally thought it was going to be. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this is helpful, and hopefully someone finds some great use out of this digital stock block redesign that I've done. And I'm sure the original designer will come up with a version 2 quite soon that would probably blow this out of the water. But for now, this is good for me, and it's been a really great addition to my drop saw. Very, very, very good addition. All right, thanks guys, bye.